Hello everyone, welcome to Southern Wreaths. If you haven't yet, please subscribe to my channel, give me a thumbs up, and share my video. Today I'm going to show you how I make this Southern wreath. These are the supplies I'm going to use to make this wreath. This is the inspiration. I got this sign from Craft Outlet. It says, "I don't have an accent, y'all do." Since the sign's so big, I decided to use an 18-inch frame. This is from Dollar Tree. I'm going to do the curl method with this. Change of plans. I'm going to use this one. It's from, I believe it's from Michael's. Possibly. Because it has the two center bars that I can wrap the pipe cleaner around. You can make this with this frame. You just need a whole pipe cleaner. And I don't have enough to do the whole thing. So I'm just going to use half. So just know that you could wrap it around the entire thing, but I'm just going to use this one instead. It does have an extra section, but that's okay. Okay, back to my story. So this is the wreath, the sign that inspired this wreath. And then I have this really cool ribbon that says, "Hey y'all," which I thought was funny. It goes with, it says, "Hey y'all." And it has boots. And then I like this brown with it. And then since there's polka dots, I did black. And this is black and white because this is black and white. So it all works out. And I'm using my jute mesh and black. And we're going to start making bundles. Actually, the first thing I'm going to do is hot glue some pipe cleaners to my sign so it has time to dry. I'm just going to trim that away. I have a tag. I'm going to use one brown one because I just have it random and left. And one white. It won't matter. No one will see it. I'm going to add just a little bit of hot glue. And my E6000. So I'm going to put that down. Alright, I'm going to add a lot more hot glue over top. And then just lay a piece of cardboard over it. Set this to the side and let it dry. I have E6000 and hot glue, and I use Gorilla hot glue. Okay, so to start, I'm going to figure out how many bundles I need. I'm going to say 2 per section, so that makes 18 bundles total. I'm going to do 2 of the jute mesh and 2 of the black mesh in each section. So by my math, I'm going to need 36 of each one. So I'm just going to make them clean. Oops, that's gotten a little loose. I'm going to make the ends of it clean so I have a nice piece to work with. So normally these are 360 feet, but I've used a little bit of each one, but I'm only going to cut them at 10 inches, so I think I'll have enough. If I don't, I have a little bit of the jute and black over there that should work. But I like to make my curls at 10 inches because I know that there's enough room. So this is 10-inch mesh. Alright, so the easiest way for me to do this is to have a couple spots to cut. So I can do more than one at a time. So this is at 24, so I would cut at 14 and at 4. So this is enough for one bundle. Or you could also just go to the 20 if that's easier for you. And I just like to put something heavy on each section just to make life a little bit easier. So I'm at the 20, so I'll cut at 10 inches and 1 inch. going to go through and do this 18. I'm going to end up with 18 2-pack, like 36 total of each one. So I end up with a lot. So I'm just going to cut until I'm out of mesh, I think. I ended up with 15, enough to do 15 bundles. So if I need to do more, I can cut them later. I'm just going to go ahead and go through and cut my ribbons. I have 2 1.5 inches and 2 2.5 inch ribbons. And I'm just going to use my, actually, I think I want to make them 13 inches. So I'm going to use my ruler because it's got this thing on the end. Yeah, and it measures 13 inches. So, just going to wrap it. Okay, I wrap this around 8 times. And then just trying to slide this in here. It's a little bit difficult with my ruler. The cardboard's a little bit easier because it goes to the edge. Right in there, I cut my pieces of ribbon. And I will dovetail them. So I'm going to show you that real fast. I'm going to fold it in half and cut it at an angle from the wire to the crease. And there you go. I decided to do 3 per section. So I cut, I believe, 8 of this, 10 of this, 9 of this, 6, and this one's 7, I think. I have enough to do 3 per section. So I'm going to go through and just organize it the way I want to add it into each bundle, just so it's easier for me. I'm just going to try to mix and match all of the colors, except for these. I'm just going to alternate as I go through. So one bundle will have black, the next will have brown, and just go back and forth with these 4 to pick which ones go with each thing. I have all my ribbon organized. I'm going to use my bow dabber to hold my bundles as I create them. I already had this half a pipe cleaner, so I have 7 more here. So that'll make 15 for my bundles. Hopefully that's all I end up needing, because they're going to be pretty full. So it'd be really nice if that's all I end up needing. I'm going to try to make them even. It's not a big deal if they're not. They just need to be big enough to wrap around and then attach to the frame. So I'm at 12 inches, so I'm just going to come here at 6 inches and just start trimming away. Usually have to do it 1 or 2 at a time. You don't have to use a bow dabber for this. You could use a chip clip or your hands if your hands are strong enough. I like to use my bow dabber. It makes life a little bit easier. Alright, I'm going to take my my piece of mesh that I cut at 10 inches and I'm just going to roll it. And I'm on either end so it's even. The main thing with these is don't have anything poking out of the ends that makes it look messy. So I just come over to my bow dabber and push it down. Now for a black one, and I'm going to alternate the colors. I'll probably alternate which one starts on the bottom. So my next bundle I'll have black on the bottom. I think I'm going to add them as I go, just to make sure I don't get them out of order, or I could just separate them. Either way, we'll see. Alright, after I've added all of my bundles, I'm going to grab my ribbon. I'm going to make it as even as possible. Fold it in half, pinch it in the middle, and I'm going to gather it and stick it straight into the bow dabber. So I have a pipe cleaner. I'm going to go to the center and just bend it over my thumb. Then I gather everything out and I do my best to find the center. I'll wrap this around, and before I tighten it, I'm going to check that my ribbons are centered. So I just pull them up. So these look pretty good. I grab it with my hand and I pull it this way. This makes it fluff up, and it also gives me a really tight turn. Like when I turn the pipe cleaner, it makes it really tight. So there's one of my bundles. I'm going to tuck these in. Alright, I'm going to do the other one and show you. Alright, this time I'm going to start with the black. Put it on the bottom. I don't know if this will actually change the way it looks, but I'm going to try it and see. Now to add my ribbons again. Push it in. Go ahead and get my pipe cleaner ready. And wrap it around. Make sure it's centered. Then gather it and twist. Okay, so there's my 2 bundles, and I'll fluff the ribbon once I get it onto the wreath. So I have decided to just add them as I go. So all you have to do is take your pipe cleaners and you're going to put them over the 2 center crossbars. So I'm going to stick them around, if I can get them around, pull it through, and then twist it. If this is too small for you, because there's not a lot left, just go ahead and use a whole pipe cleaner. I like to use a half a pipe cleaner because it makes it less messy on the back. Then you just kind of push it over to the side. I'm gonna add my next one right beside it. Do the same thing. It's easier for me to twist it when I flip it over. I'm probably twisting it 4 or 5 times, and then I just push it towards the top. And then I will fluff my ribbon. So the big ribbon I'm going to leave in the center, and then the 2 smaller ones I'm going to create an X. And I'll do the same thing here. I'm just going to turn it because I want my ribbon going that way. And they'll all push together as we go around. But that's what it looks like to start. So I'm going to go through and continue adding. I decided to go ahead and make the last 5 bundles just to make sure I'm going to have enough. So it'll give me an idea of as I'm adding them. So this is what it looks like so far. The last one I added was the black base, so now I'm going to add a brown base. I think I'm going to have enough. I love the way this is turning out. I think it's really pretty. happy with how it turned out. I think I probably could have used one more bundle, but I have a giant sign, so I can kind of have a little gap behind the sign, and it really won't make that big of a difference. So I'm thinking maybe right here, and this is where I'll put my sign. So it will look like that. Yeah, I think I like that. Or maybe I'll turn it more like this. Okay, I'm just gonna pull these up so I can attach them to the frame. I'm gonna feed it through to the frame and then just wrap it around the back like I've been doing with the bundles. Alright, now this one. And I'm just putting it through the bars, and I'll turn it over and show you. Just putting it through and then tightening it. Yeah, I like that. Alright, now I'm just going to twist my pipe cleaners off to the side so they're not just sticking out. Well, I messed around with the sign a little bit, but I'm pretty happy with the way it looks. I'm trying to get it where there's no glare. Alright, that's it. That's how I made my everyday country wreath. If y'all have any questions, please leave them in the comments below, or you can email me at craftingwithlee@yahoo.com. Thanks so much for watching, and if y'all learned anything today or liked my video, please like, share, and subscribe. Thank you.